So in this case, guys, we can see that in the previous cycle, XRP saw a basically nice, initial leg higher in late 2020. Basically, there was like one peak and then a second peak. And here we can see that arguably XRP has only had its first peak so far, which means that a second peak is coming. Given that this first peak was quite high, somewhere in the 90 handle range, it's possible that the next peak will come in a little bit lower. That would be a divergence similar to what we saw in the previous cycle, and that would foreshadow, of course, an XRP price drop, which is probably going to happen. But the point being, guys, is that back here you can see that even though the second RSI peak was not as big as the first, the price rally was substantially larger. And this is exactly what I think we're going to see for XRP here. As I mentioned in a previous video, I do think that XRP is going to get at least around to $5. Maybe it'll touch like 5.5 or $6. Maybe that's a level that'll be hit for a day or an hour, or who knows, maybe even like 1 second, right? But to get somewhere in the $5 range, I would say between $5 and $7 for XRP to at least wick up into that range sometime over the summer, which is when I think the cycle top will be hit. I think there's a very high chance of that happening, and the RSI again is conducive to that. Again, like assuming history repeats, we have a first peak, second peak. So far we've only seen the first peak for XRP, and I do believe that second peak is going to happen sometime over the summer, and I do think that XRP is going to get up at least into that $5 range, if not potentially, wicking into that $6 or $7 zone. But I would say $5 is realistic as a conservative estimate, and who knows, yeah, maybe we could see something closer even to $6.